This week on the Movie Rebrew, Ben and Josh saw big monsters fight each other in the water, and then they disappeared.
In Godzilla, the movie.
Hey,
Hey,
has anyone seen Godzilla?
where's Godzilla?
Has anyone seen Godzilla?
Has anyone seen Godzilla?
It's the Movie Rebrew.
Oh, he's over there.
Oh, there he is. Welcome to episode 122.
Is it?
Yeah, 122, because we did the whole last week.
Oh, right.
Last time.
And we didn't have to do that because we were right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were right.
We were right.
We're always right.
This week, we saw Godzilla.
So yeah, it's a monster movie featuring giant monsters fighting each other.
And featuring the director of Monsters.
Yeah. Coincidence? I don't think so. What did you think of it, Josh? I know that you got a man crush on
The director?
the director. So what did you think of his major debut in major film?
I felt like it was a lot like Monsters, but with more monsters than Monsters.
Yes.
And a better script, to be honest, because with Monsters, he just run and gun, went out there and didn't really have permission to do anything he did, and then just did all the special effects himself. And that's why I had the, geeky crush on him, because it was, something I wanted to do, was just do it all myself. And the fact that he did Monsters, and that's why I like him as a director. This movie it overall played out a lot like Monsters.
It was the exact same premise.
Yeah, it wasn't a story about Godzilla, even though the movie's called Godzilla. It is about Kick-Ass.
Yeah, that's his name.
All the main characters, there's something in the way, and then they get saved. I don't know, everyone, if you notice, there's things where something's in the way, and then it's like, oh crap, there's a main character here. Get out of the way, everyone.
It's not without its cliches. I mean, we see that in almost every sort of epic action movie.
Yeah.
The lead character has to stay alive.
Except for...
he's not a lead character.
Yeah.
It's all about Aaron Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen in this movie.
I don't know. It felt like there wasn't... there was a lot of Aaron Johnson, and that's about it for, the mainstays on the screen. There's so many teasers upon teasers upon teasers upon teasers of Godzilla.
It's a lot of pawns.
That's what I felt like. It was like, okay, can I just see him for maybe a minute straight?
Well, I liked how they did that, because I was thinking to myself, are they going to do what they did in Jaws, which is perfect, when you give that suspense before seeing a monster. You don't want to see Godzilla within the first 2 minutes of the film.
No. I liked the build-up, but once he was there, and once the big monsters brawl was happening, I wanted to be there. But I guess they're not following the monsters. The monsters aren't the main characters of the movie. The main characters of the movie are the humans, and the humans are trying to get away. So you're only seeing it through a straw,
But they still got
Cloverfield, pretty much.
They still got to
without it being first person.
They still got to reveal Godzilla, and I like how they crept to it. They didn't reveal. They didn't have that big reveal. They kept doing teasers, and that's fine. That's what they did in Jurassic Park, which this movie reminded me a lot of, and that's what they did in Cloverfield.
There was a lot of homages.
There was a lot of homages, yeah, and that's probably because he's a newbie director, and but it was hard for me to get into this film. I don't know why. I had a lot of fun watching it.
I didn't feel like I was all the way involved in the movie.
I don't think I was all the way involved in it either, and I think that's because the plots were so, they were part of the same movie, but they were just so dissonant from each other. Whenever I was watching the plot about Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Johnson, I felt like I'd forgotten about Godzilla and that he was even around,
What I felt with her character was it was so transparent. And the sun was just so, you see through. Like,
Oh
with,
yeah,
with him,
they're niche characters for sure. Yeah.
but I didn't like. It was almost like the editing was like off a little bit on their reactions and stuff. It's like, okay, you haven't seen your husband in 14 months, and you're just like, hey, what's up? And then he goes away right away, and his dad dies, and then oh, just wait, I'll get to the phone call, like that type of shit. I was like, that is so like not how a normal real like, and her acting is, I actually like her as an actress.
Yeah.
But in this, it just didn't really resonate to me.
No, that the story was. I mean, this movie had enough of a human side to it to make it likable. I think if they didn't have that storyline, if it was just a bunch of stupid people who claim to be scientists and army people and stuff like that, who are just running around trying to find Godzilla or these monsters, even though they're right in front of them, basically. There are so many scenes when they're looking for something, and it's not until they open a door and see there's a
Yes.
giant hole there, and they're like, "Oh, he's over there." You know, like
They did that 3 times where they're the size of a building, and there's no building in front of you.
and they can't find them.
And it's like,
where
oh,
is he?
turn to your right. Oh, wait, there it is. Like,
Yeah, it's like you even when they're looking for that giant, I forget what it's called. It's like Mothra, but it's not. It's like Mortor or something. When they're looking for him, it's like you wouldn't think that someone in the entire world's population would have seen this thing flying in the air. And I think you got to kind of check your brain at the door, because there's a lot of things that don't make sense in these movies, like monster movies.
It was 10 times better than the first remake of Godzilla.
Yeah.
He looked amazing. They got him right.
It was kind of like a love letter to the giant monster.
It totally was, because if the monster movie poster in the child's room at the beginning of the movie. So we're living in a world in this movie that monster movies exist, but no monster has really existed yet. So that I like it is a love letter. This whole movie is just one big love letter. And
and I think he did it pretty well for a director that pays a lot of attention to, I mean, the human side of the story, and he's an art, like Monsters is an art film. He may do his own special effects and it may be about monsters, but it's an art film, and I like how he puts his little touches. You know, the beginning of the movie was really good, the ending was really good, and just the way that it was filmed, there were a lot of select scenes in that too.
But there's a lot from the marketing team for this movie is amazing, because the trailers are like by far some of the best trailers I've ever seen. I've never been more excited to see a movie since I don't even know what, to be honest. Like, this was marketed so well. They chose some of the best looking scenes from the movie, and those scenes didn't even really need to be in the movie.
Like I said, you got to kind of check your brain at the door. This movie is all about just seeing Godzilla fight monsters. It doesn't even matter that there's a stupid storyline with two like estranged lovers. It doesn't even matter that there's 2 storylines. It doesn't matter. Like, Bryan Cranston's character doesn't matter. The Japanese scientist character doesn't matter.
Other than this.
Yeah, there's so many moments of him just standing there like looking at something. It's like, what are you doing?
He's there so he can say Godzilla.
Yeah. He's that typecast character, but all of those characters don't matter. And I think the director knew this, that people are going to see this movie to see Godzilla fight another monster or two, right? That's what we went to go see. I wasn't going to see a sub-story and being like, oh, that's a really good story.
But there was a lot of sub-story.
I think it was so close to going in the wrong direction. It was like teetering between like good and bad for me. I mean, like, I don't know. What do you give it?
It's a really hard rating for me because, you know, there's so much that I visually liked. There's not much that girthy I don't know. Like, I think I'll give it 4 bottles.
Yeah, I was thinking around 4 bottles. I was even maybe going to give it 4.5, but no, I'm going to give it 4. It's not, like I said, it's not without its flaws. There's a lot of things that you have to just kind of go with in it. And
for sure.
And you might feel sort of disconnected after seeing it because...
It's as dumb as the Army.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where is he?
Huh?
Where is he?
Maybe he's in door number 3. Whoa!
I love
the
that.
Whole mountain's
that was like,
done.
Whoa, nothing here. Nothing here.
Well, there he is.
I like how they always look for him in the tiniest places, too. Let's go into this little tiny cavern to find this giant monster. Okay, that was...
New on DVD
For the week of May 20th.
Oh, The Monuments Men.
3 Days to Kill.
About last night.
Oh, about last night. Pompeii by Bastille.
Vampire Diary.
Oh, that's Academy.
Yeah, I know.
Stay on DVD.
Don't go stay. Grand Piano.
And finally, Like Someone in Love
On DVD.
on DVD.
It messes me up every time because I keep trying to want to say it. Thanks for watching episode 122 of the Movie Rebrew.
Yeah.
This is the part of the show where we wrap things up
Yeah.
and recommend some movies for you to, watch, download, stream, whatever those people are doing these days. I recommend that you check out the director's first movie. Godzilla is good. Monsters, you'll see where you got to start from.
I'll recommend a movie with Elizabeth Olsen in it.
Full House.
She's the Olsen sister that no one knows. Well, actually, they probably know her more nowadays. Twin, but it's called Martha, Marcy, May, Marlene.
That's a lot of M's.
It's a really good film, made a while ago when she was just kind of coming out as an actress, and it's low budget indie film. It's really, really well done. Nothing. Hey, man.
Here, put up a banana for me. I'm gonna cut it in half. Okay, see you next week.